Hello, guys. Prince here. We're back with another Monster Hunter Wilds speculation video. Uh, in the last one, I was talking about some leaks that have been going around since before the Gamescom, the very first one, the first Gamescom, and potentially because the leaks said that we were gonna get 5 locales. Um, I was trying to speculate which locale we will get, also based on the returning monsters that they would reveal based on the leak. But I have changed my mind a little bit. In the last video, I talked about how, in my opinion, they would reveal like a snowy mountain kind of locale, a volcano, and at the very end, a tower could have been a possibility, like the old tower in Monster Hunter DOS or second generation in general. But I changed my mind. I think the tower is not happening. It would have been really cool with the ancient civilization topic, and possibly could have been possible as well because of Arkveld being an extinct species. We see an artwork where Arkveld is chained alongside his organic chains that he has. It was literally changed in the chained in the artwork. Sorry, and so I thought maybe there's some guild lore that we can explore. And the Forbidden Lands being very old, I thought ancient civilization could have been a topic that we could explore. But maybe the ancient civilization is still a possible topic that they will talk during the story. They will talk about that, but I don't know. I changed my mind in a way because I was looking at the leaks and the returning monsters, and there's one locale that makes more sense than the tower right now. As I was talking about last time, if the leak is correct, the next monster would be Nursilla, and Nursilla together with Gyptrus later on, because the order would be Nursilla, Blongonga, and then I believe Gyptros. So if we take a closer look, like Gyptros, Nursilla, they yes they fit a little bit the Scarlet Forest, especially maybe during the downpours for Gyptros. But we have usually seen those monsters in a different environment. And I was thinking, what if they do a swamp as a locale? Because if they do, it makes sense. The swamp would be you. If you remember, one of my theories about the Scarlet Forest inclemency wasn't exactly the downpours like they did. It was acid rain that will cause probably the hunter to be to have some status, a negative status during the inclemency. I was thinking, for example, either poison, constant poison, even if you heal with the antidote, it would work. Or a some sort of like down defense down status that could have been interesting. Um, but no, apparently it's just heavy rain with the water torrents surging, which is still an interesting mechanic. As you can see, it will impale your movement a little bit. it will be annoying. That's for sure. But if we think about a swamp will make so much sense for many reasons. In the old gen, the swamp, it would be, if I remember correctly, during the day, you could access like many more zones compared to during the night. And during the night, there were a lot of poison puddles around the entire locale. And if you wanted to access certain areas, you had to be poisoned. And some other areas you couldn't. Literally, you had to do a different route, or you couldn't go. And that was an interesting mechanic. They could they could possibly take that as an inspiration and make it even better if they decide to go for a swamp locale. And well, Narcilla and Gyptrus would fit very well such a locale. They could do this, and why does it make sense? Well, it makes sense for other reasons as well. Okay, uh, you probably, if you have played Monster Hunter World, you probably remember the Rotten Vale and the monsters that came with it, like the new monsters that they implemented, like for example, Great Gyros or Odogaron, which is a very loved monster in the community. Even if it's a new monster, it was very well received. It's a cool it's a very cool monster. Like it's supposed to be based on like dog-like model for the monster. However, he was using the Tobi Kadachi model, like just in a different way. Would act like a dog and owl and all that. And in fact, they took inspiration and made Lunagaron, which is Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak monster, which also was very cool. I really like Lunagaron, by the way. Like no joke, I'm not a wolf guy or I'm a dog guy in real life, but like when it comes to fantastical creatures, I'm not a wolf kind of guy. But that monster was very cool. I really appreciated that, and he had so many frontier moves that I don't know. I think they were very cool. So obviously in the list we don't see Odogaron, but as I said, these are the monsters that are supposed to be revealed by Capcom to us, and maybe there are actually other returning monsters that like are not revealed and will not be revealed until launch. And if that's so, if the leak's true and my theory is correct, yes, Odogaron could be in the game because in the swamp you can totally make like maybe one or like a bunch of caves that resemble the Rotten Vale a lot, and I see Odogaron living like in such areas, such swampy areas, a lot. Like he fits very well. Uh, but other than that, yes, the swamp would fit these two monsters, but not only. As you remember, I was talking about the hammer overview armor and weapon. Uh, the monster that is supposed to be a new monster, and we could see the design looked very much like those plague doctors, and it had the hammer had a brain that was also like uh, yeah, like it was moving and all that. So the design is very dark, and like it's supposed to be giving you the vibe that it's a poisonous monster or something like that. And I was thinking that it was a new young species because the armor looked a little bit like in the shape. It looked a little bit like the young Kutku and young Garuga armor, and Not only the hammer itself, despite resembling a doctor mask, it also resembles a little bit the young Kutku and young Garuga hammer, which basically they look like their head, you know. And thinking about it, um, I'm still with this theory. I'm still thinking it's a new Yan species that uses maybe poison and some other negative status. But I was thinking, hey, this theory fits the swamp very well. Like he could live in a swamp, and I don't know. The dots are just connecting. It just makes sense that the swamp could be a locale. So but still, I believe the tundra and the volcano are still so necessary for Monster Hunter that I think the tower just isn't a possibility. At the very least, for the base game. Yes, we have been getting a Monster Hunter without the volcano. No, what am I saying? No, we have been getting a Monster Hunter without the Tundra, which was Monster Hunter World, but I don't believe we have ever had a non-volcano Monster Hunter. As far as I'm concerned, we have never had that. Okay, so besides, I still think the Tundra and Volcano are gonna be in the game. In the leaks, the returning monsters are more based on fan favorites and, as I was saying, swamp locale kind of monsters and tundra locale kind of monsters. We have not been getting in the leak. We basically have not a monster that is based on volcano, but I still think volcano is gonna be a thing. It just simply won't be showed to the community via trailers, and they just want to keep it like as just like they want us to explore it on our own. Yeah, like they want to keep something fresh for the players when they buy the game. Um, and the reason I think that could be the case is like Ryozo Tsujimoto said, Rurikan interviewed them, I believe, and he said that Monster Hunter World and Rise, they wanted to show every single monster, everything, except obviously the final boss, uh, right before release because they wanted the new players to kind of know what they're getting. But now the Monster Hunter as a series is indeed more prevalent and more known around the world. They don't have to do that, so they can keep something as a surprise. So that's what I think about the volcano. Um, just in case you haven't watched the previous video, I suggest you do so. But the leaks we're talking about again, Nursilla being the next monster, and Blangonga being the next one. So I would expect Nursilla would be shown with a new trailer that would show the swamp locale. With the swamp locale, we could be possibly see the new monsters, legitimately new monsters. Maybe the bird that I was talking about before, that I think could be a new Yan species, and Blangonga instead is going to be shown probably at Game Awards, probably at Game Awards with the Tundra locale, and obviously new snowy monsters. And as we go along, we have some other monsters that are going to be shown, and we know that for sure. Um, New returning, again, other than returning monsters like Lagiacrus, Seregios, Gormagala, Shagarmagala. But since the leaks don't actually mention volcano monsters, why am I so sure that we're going to be getting the volcano? Well, we do have we do have a food skill in Monster Hunter Wilds at Gamescom that protects the player from hot environment, hot weather. And I don't think we're gonna be getting a, swamp locale that has too hot weather. You know what I mean? Like that doesn't really fit at all. So I think we're gonna be getting a actual volcano, and during the inclemency, it's gonna be way too hot for the hunter to just survive there, and that's why you want the food skill. You want to eat properly for the hunt, and obviously the cold, cold the food skill that protects you from cold weather obviously exists, and that's obviously gonna be a tundra thing, tundra, snowy mountain, whatever they're gonna give us, and yeah, so this is my new take on the reveals and the leaks. I hope you enjoy watching this video. Tell me what you think in the comments, and if you liked it, please leave a like. Really appreciated it. And yeah, see ya in the next one. Hopefully, it's gonna be around like 1 week or so, because in 6 days, we're gonna be getting something else for Monster Hunter Wilds. Um, I believe 17th of October. It's gonna be I think it's Paris. But besides, in October we have two events. One it's in Paris, and the other one I actually forgot what it is. But the news about Monster Hunter Wilds should be starting on 17th October. So stay tuned if you're interested in knowing all the new stuff for Monster Hunter, and I'll be sure to make a video about it. And yeah, I don't know if they're gonna show a new trailer, but if the leaks are true, we should be getting one for October. A swamp would be perfect for October because, well, Halloween. What what's the best the best moment to reveal a swamp, right? And disgusting monsters, and probably the tundra makes so much sense in the Games Awards because it's gonna be December. Yeah, that makes so much sense. So anyway, thank you for watching, guys. See you next time, and have a sweet day. Bye bye and happy hunting.